I'm so excited to open this. I have the biggest Shein haul.
Let's do a huge Shein haul.
Look at how big
This bag, the Shein haul.
nice.
Safe this box.
I went on Shein to buy a few things.
Hi guys. We just recreated that because our other video, we already had Diet Coke in here, but our other video deleted.
This is probably not good for the whole recycling thing.
Hi, welcome to the very first and only episode of Garment Guilt podcast video thing.
Stop. Hi, welcome to the very first episode / video of our Garment
Guilt
podcast.
Garment
Guild Podcast with Mac and Lindy.
Today we're talking about fast fashion.
Can you put a sound effect on that? Like,
Yeah. Be for real.
be for real.
Be for real with me right now. When's the last time you purchased from Urban Outfitters? What?
H&M.
Zara? Gap?
Pretty Little Thing. I know you girls are shopping at Pretty Little Thing. Forever 21. Okay, I know that's
Forever
Urban Outlet.
21.
Still.
Shein. When's the last time? You're not gonna be honest with me, I'll be honest with you.
I got it.
This is just the jeans alone in our closet
That's
from
not
fast
even all
fashion.
of them.
She's wearing some right now from
wearing-
Urban Outfitters.
I'm sorry.
This is
I'm sorry.
just the pants alone from fast fashion places that we have in our closet.
Most of them are thrifted. Like, these.
But they're also...
They're also fast
This is
fashion.
not fast fashion. These are Levi's.
Shh.
Or any of the rest of them on this list. We're going to show the picture and we're also going to cite it in the corner.
When people picture fast fashion, like, they think of, like, harmful work environments, sweatshops, underpaid workers, and, like, child labor.
Child labor, for real.
Okay, let's not laugh when we say
Okay, that's... Not only does fast fashion include that, but it's also... You wouldn't really think about the fact that it's actually harming the environment, too.
detrimental to the environment.
It has a large impact on the environment. 35% of microplastics in the ocean are because of fast fashion and the clothes that people are making. Because they use polyester, which is a plastic, because it's cheaper than silk or cotton or anything else that they can use.
Now, I want to say something about how most, like, you know, have you seen that? It's like most, when they're not being used, they're literally, they throw them in like a landfill. And that also produces greenhouse gases because the sun is beaming down on those, what's it called? Fabrics. Polyesters.
Nylon.
So basically,
it
produces all of the clothes that are mass produced. Obviously, we're not going to need all of those clothes. So those clothes are being thrown in a dump. Thrown away. Which...
Also, to make the clothes, to make polyester, there's tons of greenhouse gases that go into the process of putting the dyes in there, all of the stuff, just for your freaking jewelry to turn green on your neck. Is it really worth it? But here's the whole entire thing. I'm not a person that would blame consumers for this. If you can't afford something and you need to get fast fashion, that's not something I would blame for you. But since this essay is about what the consumers can do to curb the detrimental impact of fast fashion
on the environment. In the air you breathe. You breathe this air, Pookie Butt.
I'm going to look up what are the 5 things. I know there's 3 R's. Reuse, recycle.
Reuse, reduce, recycle.
Reuse, reduce, recycle. There's 5 R's when it comes to fast fashion.
Okay, let's talk about this.
Okay, we don't have to yell because there's a microphone right here.
Sorry.
Reduce, rewear, recycle, repair,
and resell.
Resell.
One large fast fashion corporation, go to your local thrift store. You'll probably find something better.
Here's the controversial topics right now. people are going to thrift stores and they're finding stuff like from Shein and all these places in thrift stores, and they're like, this is terrible. Look at that. They're at thrift stores now. You've bought them so much. Consumers have bought them so much has been mass produced that now they're in thrift stores, which is exactly what people don't, the reason why they go to thrift stores, because they don't want to buy that stuff. But they don't see that it's a good thing, and it is. It's not being thrown in the dumpster.
Okay, rewear is basically thrifting.
No, rewear is more like just wear the outfit that you have don't buy a whole bunch more stuff. If you have a problem with that, if you have a problem with re-wearing things that are in your closet, if you're like, I don't want to wear the same outfit twice, I'm a fashionista.
That's Lindy. She thrifts though.
Just donate it to the local thrift store or resell it and then get yourself something. If you can't afford luxury brands, which most people in America cannot, I would say the thrift store is a very good option.
Reduce, rewear, recycle, repair, and resell.
You don't have to yell. There's a microphone.
Reduce, rewear. Wait, I thought there were 5. Repair, resell.
There is.
Oh, I was
That
looking
is
at
5.
Okay, we were doing our research.
You don't have to yell.
We were doing our research. Wait, let's harmonize and do that.
We were doing our research. We were doing our research, and I found some things on Instagram that are just like a social issue. A social issue. I was looking at like social issue,
environmental
like
issues.
art. And I found a whole bunch about fast fashion, the insane consumption of water. That also ties into this. Almost everything that's an environmental impact, global warming, water waste, all of it, car or factory emissions, anything. All of it comes together in fast fashion. 20% of the wastewater worldwide
20%
is attributed to the process of making these clothes.
0.2, 20%.
10,000 liters of water to produce 1 kilogram of cotton. Approximately 3,000 liters of water for one shirt.
Textile dyeing requires toxic dyeing. You like your colorful shirts? You like your red shirt? You like your purple shirt? You like
think
your
it's
green
so
shirt?
cute?
You think it's
80s?
Well, guess what?
You think it's 80s? You think it's
Well,
chic?
guess
You think it's 80s chic? The geometric shapes and the bright colors on your frickin' sweater?
Well, guess what?
In your cuff jeans? You think that patchwork is so adorable? Well, think about this. Who is making your clothes? Children!
Uses toxic chemicals that substantially end up in the ocean. Think about that next time you're going swimming wearing your colorful bathing suit. Think about that.
You like your little rainbow bathing suit? You like your little... No! Okay, we're back.
1 minute.
Ow, I just hit my tooth. If the industry maintains its course, this was insane to me when I read this. If the industry maintains its course, an increase of 50% in greenhouse gas emissions is expected within a decade. That's 10 years. In 10 years, it will go up by another 50% than what it is right now, which is insane. I saw this picture. I'll find it. I don't know if I saved it.
Right here.
We'll put it right here. This is Shein compared to other fast fashion websites. It's skyrocketing. It's skyrocketing compared to other fast fashion websites or fast fashion companies, and Shein is the worst of them all. This is also something that I've seen. H&M has started to come back, kind of, and once like they started getting all the hate for being fast fashion, and they started like recycling. It's kind of like a full circle because they started recycling the clothes that were being thrown away and making them into new fabrics to make new clothes in. But more articles and more newspapers came out after that saying like, these people talking about recycling, these companies talking about recycling fabrics, they're just not keeping their promises. With just the company's help, they're not going to do anything about it. There's the countries out there that are mass producing these things and are actually holding the big, huge landfills have different rules than America, and it's just a lot more things are illegal when it comes to fast fashion compared to America.
Okay, let's let's kind of change the direction.
You don't have to yell. On Instagram. Should I answer this call?
Answer a call.
Hello? Saved. After scrolling through the internet, we have this one. This one is from ourplanet_EU. It's a
We'll link
verified account on Instagram. Crazy how accurate this is. And people don't even understand. People don't even see it.
Let's talk about how big companies are stealing from small businesses and small.
The least you can do is stop buying from fast fashion.
That's the least.
If you can, boycott it. We can see there is evidence that has shown that boycotting does something. So just boycott it. When you return your items, they're not being sent to somebody else. If you've opened that up and you sent it back because it didn't fit, they're not being sent to somebody else. They're getting tossed away in some wasteland and burned.
Where that produces greenhouse gases. Listen to this. Would you rather own a piece of clothing that you will probably wear 20 times or have that same piece of clothing affect the way that you live on your day-to-day life, the way you breathe on your day-to-day life, the way that the world might end because you are wearing because you order that piece of clothing?
This has nothing to do with what we're talking about, but I'm going to put a little segment in here. The Earth is predicted to survive for 17 billion more years after the 4.8 billion years that it's been living already. We're cutting that short. Like, at max, 1,000 years. At max, there's only going to be 1,000 more years left of the Earth before we burn into flames. This one's by, I don't know how to spell it, Tome. TOME NYC. It's a verified account also on Instagram. It says fast fashion is a feminist issue. Approximately 80% of garment workers are female. The workers pay the real price of fast fashion. Card is full. So we're talking about the feminist issue, but we're gonna have to jump forward on that and start burning some clothes.
Experiment time with Lindy and Meg.
We're back with our safety goggles and our proper attire, because we're going to be burning some fabric to show what happens to faux
fabric.
Plastic, cheap fabric. So polyester is an alternative fabric to silk, but we don't have anything real silk laying around that we could just burn on occasion. We also have muslin fabric. I don't know what it is. I'm going to have to look it up. I'll put the definition. And then we also have cotton. Cotton is real. Muslin is real. This is fake. First, we're going to start with cotton. This may be producing more pollution into the air, but it's for educational purposes. Okay. You see how it catches on fire? You see how it burns? Falls apart? Dang, that's hot. It burns. It falls apart. Next, we have the muslin fabric. This one burns a little faster. Oh, shoot. Shoot. Still, don't light it when it's wet. It's also water resistant. Holy crap, feel it. It's dry. Much about this. Okay. Oh, frick, I'm nervous. Stop! Why would you do it near my hand? It burns pretty fast. This is polyester. No! The card was full again. Now we're going to continue it on our phone. This is what the landfills are filled with. See that? You see how it's not...
It's melting.
It's not disintegrating, it's melting. That is plastic melted. That's going straight into your fish's ocean. The fish are eating plastic.
Eating this up. Look at all three of these.
To conclude this video with lesser quality, I hope that this podcast/video thing has convinced you to boycott fast fashion. The least you can do is stop buying from fast fashion websites. And leave you remembering the 5 R's.
5 R's.